Hi, I'm Dan. We're in Cobham and welcome to my bus. So the first thing that any camper van needs is the electrics. So this we double up as a seat, and we have a couple of leisure batteries in here hooked up to an inverter. Everything runs off its own fuse board. We have a diesel heater that's wired up in here and 12 volt as well for some reading lights in the fridge. So that's all neatly tucked away. We've got the hi-fi down here, which my arms aren't quite long enough to reach when I'm driving, unfortunately, but we've got a remote control so I can turn it up as and when I need to. So we run two 705 amp hour batteries. That is charged by a split charger when I'm driving, and then also via solar, which I've got two 100 watt panels on the roof. We've also got electric hookup, so when we're in campsites, we can just flip over to hookup, and then we're obviously unlimited source. So we decided to run the electrics externally, type of second fix. There were a couple of choices. You can have the rigid type of conduit. We decided to go for the flexi, the way it looked. This actually doubles up as a double bed. It pulls out, so this bus can actually sleep 6, even though it's one of the shorter buses of the American style. We've got the lap seat belts, which helps with anyone that's travelling with us. At the moment it's limited to 50 miles an hour, so it doesn't go that fast, but it's always nice to have a bit of safety. Here we had what was a metal compartment, and the first thought was just to clad it over and make it look consistent with the bus. On second thoughts, and actually it would probably be better if we just made it look like the rest of it. We've got some handy space here for when we're travelling, some books, and just to lay our keys and things when we're going in and out the bus. And any storage is really useful when we're out. So this is really handy. The most essential part to a kitchen is obviously the wine rack. So that was the number one on the build wish list. Everything again is hidden away by these nice curtains that we chose. This stores everything away when we're driving and when we're in campsites, so it's all hidden away. Gas bottles yet to be connected up. We've got a 3-hob Foca cooker here, which weighs a ton, so we don't worry about it jumping out of the work surface when we're driving along. This is all sanded and completely sealed, and we went for some Mexican styled tiles here, which I think set the kitchen off really nicely. We haven't got any curtains for obvious reasons with the cooker, and at the moment we're just running water internally with waste fed in from some water bottles underneath. We have two 10-litre water bottles under here with a bilge pump type sink here, so if that was full, the water canister was full underneath, you would just use this pump action to bring water into the sink. Probably next year we'll send the bus away to have everything run externally underneath. We've got lots of space to have water tanks and waste tanks and LPG. We have a bit of a void here at the moment. We're just waiting for a fridge to be delivered, which will be like a normal under-counter fridge that you see in a house. It will run off of 240 volt when we're on hookup, or 12 volt when we're wild camping or somewhere where we can't unfortunately hook up. So we're running a 5 kilowatt night diesel heater, which is dipped into the fuel tank, and that was installed professionally. We have the LCD display down here with 2 outlets, one under this sofa, which is warming the lounge area, and one here in the bedroom area. So at night time, we can shut that airflow off, pull the curtain across, and just keep the inside of the bedrooms nice and warm for the wintry nights. It costs about £1 a night in diesel, so it's pretty fuel efficient and cheap to run just to keep warm. So we've got just normal pallet wood for most of the build, which is really cost efficient, and all we've done is sanded the edges down so no one can walk into it and hurt themselves, and we've burnt that just to give a different effect, which is great because you can burn it to the certain taste of the wood and the textures that every panel's different. This stained glass was cut in at a later stage. We were given it through a friend, we liked it and we thought it'd look really nice. We'd like to put it on the bus, so we cut that in at a later date. We used some engineered wood on the floor, and we asked the guys to run it in a nice pattern, which was then sanded back fairly level and sealed about 4 or 5 times, so we shouldn't get any issues with it. We can mop it, we can hoover it, and it's just going to be really good for those muddy, grassy days. This camper van will sleep 6, so we asked the guys to build us 2 bunk beds, and obviously we made it a bit fun with these climbing wall holds that are bolted in nice and securely. So we have some under bed storage here, which is really useful. But something I took some inspiration from when I was staying in a hotel once was some of our kids' friends, you know, they're getting to teenage years, they'll just want to peel off and go and do their own thing, normally with an iPhone or an iPad. So we actually installed these pretty cool reading lights, which have on the side here some USB chargers. So they can come at night, chill out on their iPad or their iPhone and charge their devices while they're going, and then they're out of our hair, ready for us to go through a bit of drinking. So come through. Again, we've got full underbed storage here, which is really useful for stand-up paddle boards and food and suitcases when we're traveling. And here we have a double bed like you'd see in any house really. We've got some space at the end of the bed for a TV and some wicker baskets for some clothing and some shoes and bits. But yeah, hopefully it will make for a nice comfortable bedroom. We've got some shelves for some books and deodorants and things when we're about. And we've got quite a cool old American road sign as a bit of a headboard that I saw in a jumble sale and thought, oh, that'd look really cool in the bus. So we got same reading lights here as well that we got in the bunk beds. So we got the little USB charger port in here. So if we're feeling a bit unsociable and just want to come and chill out in the evening, then we can read or we can hang out on our phone and not have to worry about the battery running out. So here's the bathroom. We asked the guys to make a really cool type of door on a sliding mechanism. It's got a couple of bolts in here, so it won't be allowed to jump off when we're driving, which really helps. We haven't gone for a shower this year. Again, we're going to just test the bus out this year, see what we like about it, see what we want to change at the end of the year, and probably install a shower when it goes off for a bit more work. But we've found ourselves a nice Moroccan style sink, some under sink storage here, and again the plumbing is run off external water bottles just for this year. We've got some shelves yet to be installed, curtains, so you know obviously people can't see what we're doing, and the toilet, which is hidden away when we're not using it. It's functional, it's small, but it's perfect for what we need for this year. So this is one of the main things that I got involved with while I left the team to build the internals of the bus. So I found myself a nice pine table off Facebook for £10, painted the base of it, drummed up some friends, some alcoholic friends who had a lot of bottle tops, stuck them down, edged the table, and then after I sealed it, filled it with epoxy resin, left it to go off for 2 days, and here it is, my beautiful dining table. It's functional, and because we haven't drilled it into the floor, we can pick it up and take it outside as well for our summer evenings, sat outside around the bonfire. So one of the main reasons that I bought this bus was due to its size and its ease of driving and finding a caravan site for it. So this bus is actually only 7.7 metres long. So when we're talking about getting into festivals and getting into campsites, anything under 8 metres is quite manageable. So we shouldn't struggle with that. It's only 3 metres wide as well. So normal roads, except for the awnings on the outside, which you've got to be careful of, makes it pretty easy to drive compared to the longer buses, which have got a lot more overhang. It's one of the only short right-hand drive American buses in the UK. I saw it 5 months ago and fell in love with it, and here we are in March and it's complete. the one interesting thing to notice about this bus is, even though it's shorter than the big American school buses you see in the morning taking your kids to school, is the height difference. So even though this is the short Bluebird, this actually has another 4 inches in head height. So I'm nearly 6'4", and I can comfortably walk even with a laid floor without having to worry about hitting my head. The internal space, compared to the long bus that we see, we only lose 1 metre from the back of the driver's chair as well. So I don't think that's a lot to lose, considering the vehicle's probably 3.5 metres smaller in size, and obviously then a lot easier to drive. So here we have, on this bus we have 2 3-metre awnings, so we have 6 metres of coverage. They will come out 2.5 metres, which is really handy. You know, we tend to not have the perfect weather in the England summers sometimes, so when it's too sunny and too hot sometimes, it's some nice coverage, some nice shade, especially with the kids. And we also have you know, some rain cover just like today, which is really handy for today's filming. So we'll do a walk around of the paintwork just in a sec when this finally comes out. So yeah, we had Curtis Hilton come and do the outside of the bus. He freehand sprayed it after a couple of conversations on what I like and how I wanted the bus to come across. So we went for an underwater theme this side, which is, well, as you can see, amazing considering it's all freehand. And he's just put some blue whales in. We've got a nice stingray, jellyfish at the back. The turtle obviously looks unreal. So here's the back ladder, you know, up we go. And up on here, we've got probably seating for 3 or 4 people, couple of kids. Just think of the bus backed up on onto a coast, and in the morning chucking a bean back up here and having a cup of tea. I don't think life gets much better than that.